Today we're talking about carers' rights, and we're focusing on how it is to be a carer during this COVID pandemic. We're now we're recording this in late November. We're in the second lockdown period, where we're all supposed to be at home other than for essential purposes. One thing we're going to look at in the next question is the different kinds of carer. Now, if you're listening to this and you're not sure whether you're a carer or not, what we're referring to is people who, number one, don't get paid. That's a good indication that you're probably a carer. So we're not talking about people employed working in care homes or anything of that nature. We're talking about a member of the family that's caring for someone else in the family, and not just nipping out and helping each other out now and again, but actually are expending a considerable amount of time. So it really affects their quality of life. In some cases, they're juggling work with caring for their own children and caring for, say, an elderly or frail relative. That's the kind of carers we're talking about. And amongst those carers, we have a whole range. We have very young carers who are generally caring for someone in their household, helping with laundry or medication or other sorts of things, which probably they shouldn't be doing. And if we can provide them with support and assistance, we can help them there to get the balance back in their lives when they're actually looking after someone who's probably very dependent. There's another group of people that we call young adult carers, and they're between the ages of 16 and 25. So they're just about looking to leave school, go to college, maybe do other things, but are still involved in caring for maybe a sibling or a parent who may have a mental health problem or physical problem, maybe suffering from cancer, all these different difficult situations. And again, we can work with young adult carers to support them through these times and to get extra support into the family if necessary. There's then parent carers, and parent carers are those people who are obviously parents, but they're caring for someone who's usually a child with some form of disability or behavioural problem. We've noticed, particularly during COVID, that parent carers have gone from perhaps their loved ones using school and even residential services to them suddenly being at home without access to any support at all. And that's been often very difficult, particularly if there's any behavioural problems. And probably the classic carer that most people think of, they think of an adult carer, someone over 25, often in their 60s, 70s, caring for a spouse who's frail or elderly. They maybe have had an operation or had an injury, and they do a lot of physical care, like emotional care. They may both have retired, or one may be working. So that's when we're talking about carers, that's the range of people we're talking about. If you fit into any of those categories and you realize that your own well-being is starting to suffer, or if you just want to know what options you have and information, things may be fine at the moment, but you want to know what help there is out there, you can feel free again to contact us. We've